And essentially what I want to make is a tempeh maker. For those of you who do not know what tempeh is, it is this. It's like just fermented soybeans almost. I've actually never tried it, but I am quite curious. It just looks like yogurt, you know, like the yogurt biscuit things you get. And it just sits in a heated element for like 30, it's around 30 degrees, I believe, 35, and you leave it there for like 2 days or so, and it's like fermented, so it's like good bacteria or whatever, which is this white stuff over here. That's the coating of it. And it's just soybeans, or I think you could put any kind of nut or whatever inside. And essentially, I want to create like my own little compartment for making tempeh. Usually, with every project, I try to make a flowchart that maybe gives a brief outline. So I want to have some solar power connectivity because everything is going up in price and yada yada. Doing my part. Look, I'm gonna save like 30p or whatever. I'm gonna have a battery start because I do tend to use batteries for this. Because originally I wanted to take it to go camping and things, but then I realized like, well, unless I do like longer periods and I only have the weekends or I book some off, I'm only gonna have like tempeh for, I don't know, you have to put some new ones in and whatever, 2 days, whatever. I don't know. It still would be nice. This is probably not the best flowchart, but this is what I understand. So this power path IC is it's supposed to disconnect the load, not disconnect, like change the which way the power is coming from. So if you have your solars turned on, it won't take from the battery, and if your solar is not, being used, then the battery will get used. But I need to still check that because surely it's always on unless it's like pitch dark, unless you get something. I mean, the battery will never be used. So I need to check that. I've got the battery here that's going to power a micro, Bluetooth. Got to look into making an app, hopefully. And I've got the control element for heating and the heating pad itself. I haven't really characterized, but it's one of these heating pads thing I saw. I wanted to go with a, what you call it? Like it just one of them like copper rods or like steel rods heating elements that you see. But I should probably make this. I saw this. I saw this on Hackaday, this project, and I've wanted to try and make my own. Almost. I thought that's a pretty cool one. I'll put the link. So that is for here. I have a bunch of design things I need to adhere to. Light, portable, sleek, safety elements, as the heating pad will be carried about. Waterproof, electronics must be waterproof, must be charged, used for renewable source, battery powered. Kept at 30 degrees, fermentation take place. If the temperature conditions are not, I don't think they need to be bang on like 30 to 35, but if it's too hot, too cold, the thing will just not ferment or go bad, I think it is. So here's the power part of it. I have done some component selections, and it was just recently I put in some notes here just to keep track of what I'm doing and everything. I've got a 12-volt input source. Of course, this does vary because I have like 3 different power sources. I've decided to put a barrel jack in there for home use. Completely goes against the renewable philosophy, but it's nice to have options. It's nice to have options. But a boost converter in there too, because if the solar just varies all over the place, so I'm going to stick that to 15. Probably this one needs to go to, so that's not going to go from here, that's going to go down there. 15 volts going to take into 3.3 volts buck converter. This is going to power the micro, all other peripherals such as the temperature sensors, whatnot. This buck converter 5 to 10 volts. This pad says on the datasheet it can go up to 12 volts and about an amp. It takes about 1.4. I recently tested it. I haven't done the temperature measurements, which I'm going to do later this week. This will power the heating pads. So it's probably worth 3 amps worth. I set it to 3 amps anyway for safety, at least 3 amps. So yeah, we'll check that out later. But this is all I've got. So no, I haven't. This is not all I've got so far. Let's open up KiCad. So I have this KiCad project here. Of course, it is not the best. I'm still learning to use KiCad. I usually use Altium at work and whatnot. And yes, you can grill me on my schematic layout and whatever. But essentially, I have done the initial power part. So I've got the solar cell. This has got to be wrong. This looks so wrong. I don't know if this is right. So it's got the solar cells power from here, and this is a P channel FET. It's gonna come to here. Yes, gonna come to here. It's a decoupling to go through here. Got the barrel jack, and the idea is that if the barrel jack is plugged in, this should turn off the solar cell and turn it off, and the power should go through here through the Schottky diode to here. Now I had the Schottky diode here because with the solar cells turned on, it shouldn't go through here. Theoretically, anyway. It's coming up to here, another decoupling cap, and this is my supposed 12.6, but we all know it's varied because this thing can go up to 15, but I live in the UK. I don't think I want to get 15 anytime soon. 15 volts out, yeah, right? Maybe, we'll have to see. I've got this power path IC I spoke about as a V into here, provides the output, and then when the sense, so when it detects a voltage, it comes through here, and it allows the battery side of things to take over and provide power when there is a voltage here. Now this is the thing I'm having problems with, because if there is a voltage here, then you know with this solar cell, it's fine for the barrel. It's totally fine, but for the solar cell, if there is something, if the solar cell comes down here, it doesn't provide enough. I mean, it continued to provide, but then surely it would sense it all the time, so I need to make adjustments to that to see and how to prevent that or prevent switching. I guess you could just put a switch to turn off the source. I don't know if that'd be so scuffed. So this, I've got this BMS module here. It's a something I bought off Amazon, 3S lithium ion one. So that's going to go through here. So this is the charging circuit, also provides protection and whatnot. And this will charge up the batteries to the nominal 12 point, not nominal, I think this is the max, 12.6 when fully charged. And that's why I've set it to there. So it's just the, so I've got this buck converter here under, I should probably change that because it's no longer buck converter, it's more like the second power path. I could put in the other schematic and that would make more sense. So this is what I'm going to do from now and get the power sorted from that.